Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jean Du Bois, and I'm making this video that it may be helpful to some people. I'm going through a time of grief right now. My son passed about 35 days ago, and I've been so helped by my family, my friends, my churches, the information from the internet and from YouTube that helped me going through my time of bereavement. And information, I'm telling you, information really equip people. Information and its application of it. So it has really, really helped me that grief is normal, and I want to pass my information, the information that helped me on to you. Grief is a normal process. And if you talk to people and you read, you find out that there are 5 stages of grief, with denial being the first stage, where you like, can't believe this. You don't know how to accept it, but it's real. So we go through denial, and then we get angry. We become angry with the individual, we're angry with ourselves, we're angry with the Lord. And then your third stage is that of bargaining. And your fourth stage is depression, and then your fifth stage is acceptance. Now, even though this is the 35th day, feel like I may be an exception, but it's only 35 days. I don't remember. The disbelief is there. The anger, not really experience a lot of anger. Bargaining, I don't even understand what bargaining is. Depression, I don't think that would come. I think I just have the emotions that come and go. And you're going to cry, you're going to holler and act crazy, but not necessarily depression. And the last stage, acceptance. I think I'm doing a pretty good job with accepting the fact that my son passed away, but he lived a good life. And there are some things about his death and in my grief that comforts me during this process. And one of those things is knowing that he was at home when he passed. I found his body. So nobody had to call me. The comfort in that is nobody had to call me and tell me he had passed. And then I really be in a stage of disbelief, anger, and wondering, were they telling me the truth? How did he really go? Did he suffer? So I'm comforted with the fact that he died at home. He did not suffer. I'm comforted with the fact that he died in peace. So I have those comforts in his death. So maybe I'm taking mine a little different than someone that was with a lingering illnesses. And all grief is not the same. Your grief would not be like my grief. But I'm just here to say it's okay to grieve. Don't think that you're going crazy. And if you're like me, I looked at the YouTubes when there was no one around and everybody was asleep, and I just needed comfort. And to hear somebody say it was okay. So I'm your comforter. I'm being in that position right now to say that it's okay. It's okay to grieve. And some words that have comforted me as well, and I hope it's a comfort to you, that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And let the other family members, when they want to blame somebody, know it's not your fault. And if somebody is blaming you, maybe they don't have the understanding that life and death is not in your hand. It's not something you could have done, would have done, or should have done. Death comes, and it's going to happen to each and every one of us. So again, it's not your fault. And I know somebody needs to hear that, whether you're looking at this video during the daytime or the nighttime. It's not your fault. There's something called the last day memory that we go through, and that's when we remember the last time we saw that individual, our loved one, what they had on, what they said, any clues that they would not be here. So that's that last day memory, and that's normal too, to go relive the last day. You may even want to ask other people, when did they see him last? What did he say? What, trying to get some clue to see some words of comfort. So I was glad to find out that was normal, because I was going through that. And another thing that I was doing is gathering information, like pictures, videos, trying to get things that he had, things that he may have had attachments to, just to feel some nearness and closeness to him, and think about his favorite food and whatever. So again, grief is real. It's not your fault. You're not going crazy. Your emotions will be up and down. You'll be doing real good at one moment, and then somebody may speak to you, and then you fall into a puddle of tears and go off like a mad woman or a mad man. So, and that happens. You think you're in control of your emotion, but we're not as in control of our emotions as we think that we are. And we're definitely not in control of life and death. So, expect the emotion to go up and down. Expect it to get a little better each and every day. But also expect 22 to 30 years from now, something may happen that bring those memories right back to you of that your loved one. And that person's life was not in vain. And it's okay to keep the memories. So if you need counseling, I say go out and seek your pastor, grief counseling, or somebody to share similar experience with you. But you do need to have somebody to talk with. I have a great community of friends and family and church members that have made themselves available to me at any time. I'm an early morning person, so when they say the people tell me anytime, that's good, because anytime for me could be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm falling apart, and anytime could be anytime for you. So I hope that this has helped to let you know, one, that it's not your fault. Grief is normal, and it's normal to try to maintain the memory of that person. And also, I'm speaking to a group of people. You may sometime when a person dies, and there may be some shame that goes along with that death, you have a right to grieve as well. If that person died an alcoholic, drug abuser, or a suicidal death, people are becoming more sensitive to suicidal death. But if that person died with that, or that person even now in the communities, AIDS individual, HIV positive individuals that die, those are deaths that the public don't take as serious. But if you are grieving as a result of a suicidal death, or alcohol, or drug death, or HIV or AIDS death, or even your loved one was a perpetrator in a crime or in jail, you still have grief. It's just as real to you as an individual that child died in a car accident. So don't feel like you don't have the right to grieve. That was a life, and that was a life that was important to you. So you would go through grief as well. And my name is Jean Du Bois. You can reach me by email. I do have a website I'm presently setting up. It's jeandubois63@gmail.com. And the website as well will be Jean Du Bois Counselor. So each day get a little bit better, but I tell you, the memories can come on you anytime, so be aware of that. And you do have a right to grieve, and it will come whether you allow it. Grief doesn't ask for your permission, like death doesn't ask for your permission. So those are just a journey and some steps that we're going to have to take. So I'm just here to let you know that it is normal, and you're not alone. You're not by yourself. And if nobody else tells you, it's okay. It's okay to grieve. If you don't have family, friends, or loved one, or someone sensitive to you, I'm here to say it's okay, and it's not your fault. So tomorrow is another day. So be blessed, and you can reach me, Jean Du Bois, at jeandubois63@gmail.com. Make it a great day. Oh, also want to let you know that grief is a time of creativity. If there's some things that you wanted to do and haven't done, you should explore them now. Grief, and that's one of the secrets that I'm sharing also, that grief can be a positive thing about it. It can be a stepping stone to creativity. Be blessed.